Hi, I'm Allison and I make stuff, and I'm here today with a fabric haul. More specifically, a fabric haul from Britex Fabrics, which is a pretty well-known, kind of fancy fabric store in San Francisco. They are moving locations, I believe, at the end of the week, sometime really soon, and they had a bit of a sale, so I thought I would go and see what I could pick up. The size of this bag is very deceptive. I did not go as wild as this would imply, but I'm excited to show you what I did get. Britex doesn't have sales very often, so this was a very rare experience. Most of the time when I'm going to Britex, it's for their trims, because they have just the most amazing selection of trims, and you can find some really great things for decent prices. And I also buy tools, I buy my thread there, but I don't actually have the budget to buy fabric there as often, so this was a really fun treat for me. I also had a gift card I was using up as a gift from some coworkers, so I was excited to kind of use that up, and I'm so bad at gift cards, I don't like having them in my wallet because I'm just gonna forget them or lose them, so now I used them on some nice fabric things, so yeah. First stop was to the 4th floor, I believe, the top floor. That's where they keep their remnants, and the remnants had additional sales on them. So if you bought one remnant, the first remnant would be 40% off, and then if you bought a second remnant, your remnant would be 50% off, then 60, so on. I think it stopped at 60 or 70, depending on how many remnants you bought. That's a really hard word to say. I bought 2 remnants. The first one I picked up is 2 1/4 yards of this really nice cotton. It feels like a cotton lawn, very fine, really soft. The original price was $14.50 per yard, and I got this for the piece price on this says $22.99, but I got 40% off this one. So this ended up being $13.79. Sorry, I have notes over there, so if I look over a lot, that's why. Because there's a lot of math involved in the sale. It was a very complicated, structured sale, so yeah. So yeah, I got this for 13 bucks. It's pretty nice. I think this would make a really cute dress, make a nice blouse, something kind of light and airy. It's very fall colors, but definitely not a fall fabric, I think, for what I want to make with it. So I'm very excited to use this. The second remnant I got was this rolled up shenanigans. Also cotton, it says cotton rayon lycra, so it looks like it's gonna have some stretch to it. It is a twill weave. It's really nice. On camera it looks kind of seafoam-y, but it is almost like a slightly muted Kelly green. So it's definitely like more of a true green color. And this is 1.5 yards, and it says the original price was $29.99 per yard. It says Italy on it, so maybe it's Italian. That'd be cool. And then it says the piece price for this is $29.99, but I did get this for 50% off, and so this ended up being about $15, because I think they rounded down a couple pennies to make it easier to do math. So that is a great deal, 1.5 yards of this. I think this would make a really cute skirt. I could probably make like a pencil skirt out of it. It's pretty substantial fabric, really strong, because it is a twill weave, and I think that would be a nice skirt to wear to work. So those are both of the remnants that I got. The other 2 fabrics I got were just sale fabrics. The sale pricing for their fabrics were also kind of complicated. Each fabric had a different color dot associated with it, like red, green, blue, and that told you how much the price was per yard, and then on top of that you got another 40% off. So there's a lot of math involved. I don't think I got the original prices of each of these fabrics, but I did get their sale price and then what they are together after the 40% off. So much math. I don't like math, but carry on. This is about fabric, not math. So one that I'm probably the most excited about out of all the fabric I got was this cotton, orange, and brown, kind of like a really cool brown plaid. I got the end of the bolt of this one, and I got, let's see, a yard and a half. And I guess if you get the end of the bolt, they give you the last quarter of a yard for free. So I got this, I got a yard and a half for the price of a quarter of a yard. And this, the sale price was $10 a yard. It is cotton, and so that would make it $12.50, and then another 40% off. So this is a pretty darn good deal. It is only a yard and a half. That's not a lot, but that's enough to make like a little Peter Pan blouse for me, or like a cute kind of like tank top blouse sort of situation. I just thought this was really, I mean, it's so soft. I could make pajama shorts out of it. Like, there's a lot of options for this. And it's like a really fun kind of, it looks quite pastel in the camera, but it is more of like a pumpkin-y orange color, which is kind of more my jam. I'm not really much of an orange person, but this I like. I totally forgot to get the fiber of this fabric, but this is a beautiful weave. It's a woven pattern. It's not printed. Probably some sort of cotton synthetic, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. And it's not super thick. Like, it doesn't feel like upholstery fabric. It definitely feels like it's meant for apparel. It was kind of just like chucked on this table full of bolts of sale fabric, so it wasn't like there was a lot of organization, which is fine because I'm fine with digging into the sale table. But yeah, it's definitely like, for a woven fabric of this many colors, like, has a nice amount of drape, and I think this would make a really great pencil skirt. I think this would be just a fantastic pencil skirt. So this is the selvage up here. This is how that is. And then I got a decent amount of this, definitely enough to make a pencil skirt. I got 2 yards of this, and this was $20 a yard as the sale price, and then once again an additional 40% off of that. So the two fabric together, the orange and this, total after their sale price and their 40% off was $31.50. So if you want to just call it half and half, you know, $15 a piece. Which for Britex is a really, really good deal, especially for having, you know, 3.5 yards of fabric for that price. Like, that's pretty darn good. Definitely a store that I go to when I want very special fabric for very special occasions. So it's been nice to have a little bit of a bargain hunting there, especially since I am such a fabric cheapskate. I have such a hard time paying more than $8 per yard, which is ridiculous because I think some fabrics are just worth the extra splurge. But so the 4 pieces of fabric all together, after I spent a gift card that I had gotten, I only paid $16 out of pocket for all of this. With that gift card, the gift card was about $45, so altogether it was about $60. I'm really excited to see what I end up actually making out of these, because I always pick up fabric with like one very specific project in mind and then like completely forget about it, and then months later I'm like, hey, look, this fabric's great, I'm gonna use it for something completely unrelated. So we shall see what I actually end up using these for. But I will see you all in my next video. Bye.